Hey guys, welcome to Pop Talk. I'm your host, Luke Frey. It's so great to be back with a brand new episode. Summer is almost here. I mean, it is here. It's May, so I think it's pretty safe to say summer is pretty much here. I packed away all my sweaters, no more cardigans. I'm not allowing myself to. It's all shorts and t-shirts from here on out. Today on the show, we had a blast last month. We were able to cover Hartford Fashion Week. I got to meet with a few of the designers. There are so many talented people here in Hartford, and the founder of Hartford Fashion Week, fun fact, is not even a fashion designer herself. She was just so passionate about creating an outlet to showcase people's talents in the Hartford area, and I applaud her so much for that. The event was super cool, and we're bringing the runway to you, so stick around. That's going to be a little bit later on in the show. But first, Cardi B. She has taken over the world by storm. If you don't know who she is, boom, there she is. One of the most entertaining people of 2018, mark my words. She announced she was pregnant on Saturday Night Live by surprising America with a baby bump, just randomly. She also delivered one of the most hilarious interviews on The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon, as well as becoming the first ever co-host of The Tonight Show. A title that I thought I would get, but I guess not. It was a little messy, but worth it if you're surfing the web. Cardi B also has a language of her own, which are mostly like noises, bird noises, animal sounds. Look, I mean, it works for her. Anybody who tries to copy her really just sounds weird, but she could literally cough and I would be entertained by her. She also dropped her first album, which made history. Her album is good, but not amazing. Good for her first album, though. I don't have any albums, so I really can't say much on that. I just wanted a little bit more from her since there was a lot of hype behind her new album dropping. So good job overall, Cardi. All right, so since we're talking about music, let's segue over to the topic of Carrie Underwood just for a second. Just need to take a breath. Okay, so we all know Carrie Underwood had a very unfortunate accident at her home last year, which required her to receive over 40 stitches on her face. The star has even been quoted questioning if she would ever look the same again. Well, this sparked a public media frenzy that really made people try to get that first glimpse of her newly mangled Carrie Underwood face. If you've been on the internet, news outlets alike have been teasing that they have this graphic photo of the star with severe scarring who looks like a totally different person. This is false. Completely false. Carrie looks exactly the same as she did last time I saw her. She made her first public appearance since the accident at the ACM Awards last month, and shocker, she looked exactly the same as she used to. Now, again, I'm sure Carrie had a significant accident. I'm sure, she had a lot of recovery after that. However, I just don't really get this obsession with news outlets leading the public astray by reposting every normal photo Carrie posts on Instagram from this day on. Like, look at this one. Oh my gosh, so bad. Ooh, yikes. That one. Oh, the poor thing. Just kidding. She looks great in all of these photos. So snooze, next topic. All right, so what's that smell? Well, it could be Taco Bell, but I think it's the smell of a new reality show coming our way in full force, which I'm not exactly that excited about. A couple in Rockford, Michigan welcomed a son who is their 14th child. The children are from ages 25 to only weeks old, and they couldn't imagine not doing this. The only thing I see in this story is lots of people at TLC grabbing their phones trying to contact this family since 65 Kids and Counting got canceled due to a scandal. So we will see if this family has their own reality show in the future. I will say that this family looks really down to earth. I would maybe tune in to see how the family functions with so many people, but we'll see about that. All right, so watch out, Matt Damon and Ben Affleck. There's a new bro squad in town that I kind of want to join, kind of don't. They're a little bit more powerful too. This unlikely bromance is Kanye West and President Donald Trump. That is right. Kanye West officially professed his love for the president. This is not fake news, everyone. During a tweet storm by Kanye, where he said, "We're both dragon energy." Yeah. They're both dragon energy. Everybody knows what that means. He is my brother. I love everyone. I don't agree with everything everyone does. This, of course, is all happening during an array of articles claiming Kanye and Kris Jenner have been having explosive arguments. But Kris Jenner shut down those rumors with a tweet saying lies, lies, lies directly to People magazine. So we'll see about that. Speaking of bros, a few of Hollywood's hottest celebrities are now single. That's right. They're now single, and they were all married. Channing Tatum, the Magic Mike star, we all know Channing Tatum, is now on the single train. He and wife Jenna split after almost 9 years of marriage. I really like them. If you watched Step Up in the early 2000s, that's where they came from. Unfortunately, they ended their marriage. Also, WWE star and frequent NBC Today guest host John Cena called off his engagement with Nikki Bella. That, again, was a little bit of a rocky relationship. We heard about it, going on and off, but unfortunately they have ended. And last but not least, Kendra Wilkinson and Hank Baskett officially called it quits after almost 9 years of rocky marriage. They used to have their own reality show, then they didn't, then there was a scandal after scandal after scandal. So I don't think many people were necessarily shocked with that separation. And finally, the royals, what this episode is really about. Of course, Meghan Markle and Prince Harry are set to tie the knot this month, but there's a brand new royal as well. Kate Middleton and Prince William celebrated the birth of their second son, the couple's third child, and fifth in line to the throne. Here's a picture of Kate Middleton looking amazing per usual right after the birth. I think I'm all of us whenever I say that I strive to look as good as Kate Middleton does right after giving birth. She is literally goals. Their new son is fifth in line to the British throne, whereas I am 125,257th in line. Hey, it can happen. At least I have my spot in line. Hopefully it doesn't happen, but I mean, I hope it does. I absolutely love the classiness of the British monarchy. Everything British just seems so much better. Don't you agree? Like, British suits, so much better. British accents, always a plus. English breakfast tea, point made. So May comes wedding season and the royal wedding, of course. So I have 3 weddings of my own to attend this summer. So coming up is etiquette expert Karen Thomas. She's here to give us the inside scoop on the royal wedding. I can't wait. And also how to be the best possible wedding attendee if your wedding really isn't across the pond and it's here in the lower 48 just in case. But first, as I said, last month was Hartford Fashion Week. So just in case you didn't make it to the runway, I'm going to bring it to you, and here's a wrap-up of a great time at Hartford Fashion Week Season 3. Hey guys, we're here at Hartford Fashion Week. I can already tell it's going to be an exciting week ahead. We're at the press preview event. So we're seeing everything a little sooner than the big shows this weekend. So we're going to be able to chat with all of the designers, see one of their pieces. There's a bunch of photo shoots going on. Everyone's here, everyone's talking, and they have wine. So let's get started. Hey guys, we're here with Katrina Orsini, founder and director of Hartford Fashion Week. Are you happy it's finally here? I mean, this is your week.
It is, but I've been planning for the week for so long that when it gets here, it's just we're all very tired, we are excited, but we're also just really ready for it.
It's like the Oscars of your year. You plan all year for it, and now it's finally
yes, it's
here.
actually exactly like the Oscars. We are at the Oscars.
No, exactly. There's like cameras everywhere. There's wine. This is great. Yeah. So you are the founder of Hartford Fashion Week. What really made you want to create a great event like this?
So I graduated at UConn with a BFA in sculpture in 2013. And moved to Hartford, and I just found myself in a community of artists, designers, people who really needed an outlet and didn't have one. And so just me and a group of friends decided we were going to start one. We thought it was just going to be us and for each other, and then we announced it, and it kind of was something that I guess was in demand for a while, and it just took off from there, and here we are 4 years later.
Awesome. And have you ever had like an inkling to try to design maybe in the future, or it's all just organizing a great event for the community?
I truly don't know how to sew 2 pieces of fabric together, so I do stay with the sculpture. Sometimes they're on bodies, but they're truly not clothing. But yeah, I think I'm good at the event coordination skills, so I'm going to leave them there.
Fair enough. So what pieces are you especially excited to showcase this year at Hartford Fashion Week?
Are you trying to get a sneak peek?
I am. We're at the media sneak peek event.
Okay.
So I was hoping I could get one.
I'm excited for my finale gown.
Okay.
For sure, and I'm excited for the opening piece. I'm more so excited for the opening aspect of the event. You'll have to see on Friday.
We will
I
keep that
can't
as
share.
a surprise.
Yeah,
So we
I
can't share that yet. So what is your inspiration? Is this a brand new line we're seeing at the show?
Yes.
Okay.
This is called the Wild Heart Collection. It is pretty much what it sounds like. It's very free-spirited, it's colorful, it's bright, it's fun. It really represents where I am in my life right now. Okay. And yeah, I'm just taking different leaps. I have a new level of confidence that I'm embracing. So I kind of wanted to put that in my collection. And yeah, and I'm showing some menswear as well. So I'm excited for that.
Love menswear, since I always say that men never have enough options.
So I
like a person who creates some more options or some other pieces you can try out. Maybe I'll see them and like them.
Hopefully. Once Beyonce wears any of my outfits, I'm retiring. I'm done. Done.
That's
my goal in life.
That's the peak of the career. This is where you're at.
Yeah.
So if you don't reach that peak in 10 years, where do you really want to see your brand go to or grow
reach
to?
that peak.
Okay.
Yeah.
How soon? Like in the next 5 years? Are you reaching out to Beyonce?
I mean, she's kind of busy right now, so I kind of want to give her space.
Sure.
No, but seriously, in 10 years, are you asking me what my goal is in 10 years, or?
Your brand's goal in 10 years, yeah.
I want to be able to sell to stores by 2020. Right now, I'm like focusing on selling to clients, direct to consumer. So in about 10 years, I would hope to have my own boutique and to be in other small boutiques. I'm not really interested in selling to like Macy's or Saks or stuff like that. I want to keep it very exclusive.
So you also had a line, fantasy romance, in 2018. So what is a little different about what we're going to be seeing on the runway this week?
What's different about this fashion show on April 20th is that I'll be featuring an olive drab collection, and I'll be featuring a florals collection, which is going after a little bit more of the older, mature woman who's a little bit covered up, but still wants to look classy, still wants to look elegant and sophisticated.
And is there any menswear? I know you also do menswear. Is there any in the show on Friday?
Yes, I got one guy, watch out for the briefcase.
Oh. Okay, so I'll keep that in mind.
One male model and watch out for the briefcase.
Okay.
Yes.
I think that's all we need to know.
I've only been making clothing for a year now, so I'm very new to this.
So year one and you're already in Hartford Fashion Week.
Pretty amazing.
So year two, are you going to be in New York Fashion Week? Like how many steps are we taking here?
That'd be awesome. As far as I can go. So my father is actually from Sierra Leone, West Africa. So the whole African print and colors and patterns it comes very natural to me. And my line is, the tagline for it is for the fashionably bold. So I do everything with bright colors, bright patterns, just wow factor.
So if there was one celebrity that you would want wearing a piece of your clothing, who would that be?
Oh gosh, Oprah.
Okay.
Yes, if I could get Oprah, that'd be goals.
Oprah's always goals, no matter what it is. Hey guys, we're down here at the Colt Armory building in downtown Hartford for the opening runway show of Hartford Fashion Week. I'm so excited. We're actually going to be seeing the whole lines from all of the designers we talked to last night at the media press event. So I'm so excited. Let's check it out. absolute great show here, the opening runway show of Hartford Fashion Week. We had a great time this week. The launch party, the press preview event, and now opening night. I can't wait until season 4 of Hartford Fashion Week. So bravo to everybody who organized this, all of the designers we saw, fashion, Troy Anthony, styled by Jazz. Everybody did a great job. And that's a wrap for season 3 of Hartford Fashion Week. Hey guys, welcome back. So, since I am so close in line to the British throne, and I swear my invitation to Windsor Castle got lost in the mail somewhere, I decided to invite Miss Connecticut Etiquette herself here, Karen Thomas, who's going to show me how to be the best ever almost royal. So Karen, thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you for having me.
We were kind of, hanging out here, and I already have my back in the chair, and I was just looking at you, and I'm like, I need to already fix my posture, and now I feel so much better. So.
Well, that's a normal response when people meet me. They feel that they need to sit up a little straighter or hold their pinky out or something, so you're doing great.
I'm all about the pinky up, so I might do that anyway, just while we're talking. But so you're here to give us the inside scoop on the royal wedding and what is expected of the attendees. So tell us a little bit about that and how you kind of got that info too, because I know that's a cool story too.
Yes, it is. Well, I consulted with William R. Hansen, who is the UK's leading etiquette expert, and I reached out to him, and he has been fabulous in supplying me with an interview and then sending backup information and connecting ever since. So I have a great new colleague now, but he's given me the inside scoop. So I'm here to share it with you. And it's really interesting because, we have weddings here in the United States, but we do things a little bit differently than they do. So what is expected of the guests is, first, let's talk a little bit about attire.
Sure. Okay. Yes. So what would I potentially wear?
Okay.
Since I may or may not be going.
Right.
I mean, I can always order the tickets.
Yeah, exactly.
So okay.
You could just get right on.
Yeah.
Here's the deal. You have to have a lounge suit or morning dress. So do you have that already?
I have a morning dress, but I feel like it's not the dress you're talking about.
Okay, yeah, so I figured as much. And I love that because when I was speaking with William, he was telling me exactly about it. And really what it is it's a suit. Okay, so for gentlemen, we'll talk about the gentleman's attire. Right. It's a suit, and it has a crisp white top. Okay, so your shirt would be crisp white. The color would come in your tie or your pocket square, okay, but the rest would be a dark suit, so a navy, never black. Okay, so you would never wear black because that is more like you're in mourning. Okay. So you would never do that. So these are just some of the little nuances and things like that. But now for the ladies, also with morning dress, they are able to wear beautiful colors, nothing a little bit over the top. Like you wouldn't wear an animal print or anything that,
no, I would never wear animal
leopard
print
or anything like that. No. So you really wouldn't do that. But again, keeping it upbeat, but you would never wear white. So these are the two rules. Correct. Again, so it's morning dress or lounge suits for gentlemen. Okay. And top hats are encouraged for the gentlemen, which is fabulous. But the problem is that once the gentlemen wear the hat, they cannot wear it inside. Okay. So therefore, you have a top hat, and now you're standing there carrying it all day.
Well, and how do you keep your hair nice, too? Like, I put a hat on, and then it's like I just woke up from a 3-hour nap.
Hat hair. Hat hair. Everybody gets it. So, again, that is an option, but a lot of the gentlemen you will see doing that. Now, with the hats for the ladies, though, it should be noted that they will be wearing their beautiful hats, but they must be made of straw.
What?
So, yes. Now, people here in the United States, no, not a straw hat that we would think of maybe down south or a cowboy hat. None of that. But again, they the material will be made of straw rather than the thicker fabric, say.
Or like mesh almost?
Right, and so that would be for the women. And then, of course, they can wear them inside. So they keep them on, so, So these are some of the guidelines, and that is written right on the invitation. It will say morning dress, lounge suits. So everybody is properly attired.
Sure. So, I was going to ask you. So, you're invited to this, Mecca event that everyone's going to be watching you and all the attendees. How do you know that you have to follow all of these things? Like, I already knew. But how would somebody else who is, going know all of these rules?
Well, you know, the people are of a different protocol over there in the UK, and it's a little bit higher caliber. And what is great is that, you know, this guest list is quite exclusive. So it isn't just anybody around. So again, these people know what's expected of them, but pretty much, you know, we will have some of the Americans attending, you know, because she is from the United States. So again, maybe they, you know, but I would always say to people, and I tell people when they travel abroad, that always research where you're going and what's expected. It's always a good thing to have the knowledge rather than show up and be like, hey, and you know, you're standing out. So.
And over in Europe, UK, France anyway, I just always like to make sure I'm overdressed for like if I'm going to McDonald's there, I'm like, okay, well I brought khakis and I have like dress pants.
Right.
Yeah.
But you get it. I mean, and that's it. You know, it's a little bit more formal over there, and especially because it's a royal wedding, so it's always fun.
Exactly.
So, now, let's talk a little bit about when we're at the reception or even at the church.
Yes.
Okay, so we are there.
So we're in the pew.
Yes, we're in the pew and we're watching.
Top hat is right here.
Your top hat is there, yes, and you are sitting with the utmost posture. Okay, the ladies have either their ankles crossed. I'm a little bit short, so it's hard for me to do that, or they are to the side. Okay, and a very good posture, and you know, watching what's going on, and you know, waving, you know, speaking with people coming in.
Hello,
yes,
Liz.
Exactly. You know, and the little
yes, the queen.
And so all of those things are going on. But again, what is expected are some very, very high standards. So let's say that you were a guest. When you speak with people, whether it's at the church or the reception, you cannot be divulging any information that was talked about at this event. So in other words, you're not going to, you know, maybe go and get a drink or start mingling and be talking to one of the royals, and all of a sudden, you know, you hear this or that, and then you're going to be, you know, putting it on your phone or anything like that. It is highly, highly confidential what goes on. Now, there's not anything that's major going on, but again, people know that the protocol is we don't discuss anything that was discussed there.
So, and you were talking about like not having phones, not taking any selfies, which is actually kind of bleeding into American weddings now. A lot of people on their invitations are saying, you know, don't use the cell phone. We've hired photographers. So I feel like that is kind of that, you know, type of etiquette is kind of rolling into our American weddings.
It is, and it's great because, you know, I mean, think about it. It's your day, and you know, here you are. You've got somebody doing selfies and then posting them on social media, and now, you know, you're like, you haven't even ended the event, and it's already on social media. So it's a blessing and a curse, social media. But again, so that won't be going on. People will be leaving their phones either at home or in a pocket somewhere where they're not seen.
So it's like Las Vegas. What happens at the wedding and the reception literally stays at the wedding or the reception. There's nothing else, you know, being talked about afterwards. Right.
And again, you know, the people generally know this, and you know, they're not going there. They're not with the Hollywood Reporter or whatever, you know, to get there. So again, they know this and they go there. But another thing we could talk about too is the gifts. So what would you be bringing a gift if you were invited to this wedding? Just tell me.
I mean, other than me being there.
You are the guest, is that?
I don't know. I mean, I guess I would look to see if they, you know, registered anywhere, which I'm sure they didn't, or if they have on their invitation, you know, no gifts, or so how does that work?
Well, they have come out and made an actual statement, and that was put out there that says we are not accepting gifts. Therefore, if you would like to honor us in any way, please do so by a charity, pick a charity of your choice, or one of the ones that they've provided, and please donate. And I think that's a very nice way, because obviously you wouldn't see anybody walking in with a toaster.
No.
You know,
and like the nicest thing I could find at Pottery Barn still wouldn't be enough for Meghan Markle. Not that she has high taste, but like it just wouldn't be enough for a royal.
You would probably feel funny, even you know, unless there was a registry. So again, they have everything that they need.
Very true.
I'm sure the palace is well stocked with toasters and, you know, the bullets and all that, you know what I mean?
All the
so
shredders
yeah,
and
you know,
juicers
exactly. Is it the magic bullet thing or whatever? So
yes, I love my magic bullet.
I do too, but I don't think they need any. So again, that's something to be aware of, which is good, and that they came right out and made a statement of. So that is good there. And then, you know, I think what's nice about this whole thing is that the Queen really likes Meghan. And this this has been evident in the fact that usually when there's courting going on, the girlfriend or the boyfriend, whichever they are, is not invited to actual events or holidays. And the Queen has had Meghan to, I believe it was Christmas
Yes.
and a lot of the holidays and gatherings ahead of time. So that is an indication that the Queen really does accept her. She likes her, and that she, is giving the thumbs up approval for it. So
I did see that, and it seemed like also they were maybe moving quickly, and it worried me at first because all these Hollywood relationships,
Right.
like I just talked about,
Right.
that kind of go south. So I was getting worried, and I did see that she was invited to Christmas, and I think her parents even came to
Yes.
Christmas, and I thought things are getting serious.
Yes.
I better get my morning dress
you
ready.
bet. See, I
and
knew that. I'm so
steamed.
glad you got it out of the closet.
Yes.
So
And I skipped my trip to Pottery Barn, so we're good there.
yes, yes.
And I really like that they're having, that donate to a,
Yes.
a campaign or organization. That's very classy of them. Super
Absolutely.
great. So something else that happens at a wedding is drinking, and the show, we also do that as well.
Yes.
So you were kind enough to bring some champagne
Yes.
along with you,
Yes.
and we're going to do a formal toast, or the
Yes.
correct way to do
We
a
shall.
toast. Is that correct?
Yes.
We shall. We shall. That is
We
right. Okay.
So notice that I'm taking my gloves
Oh,
off because,
okay.
If we had the gloves on, we would
Yes.
take those off and make sure, because we would never drink or eat with gloves on.
Okay.
So that is the first thing, and I'm just going to lay them on my lap like that.
All right.
And I'll let you do the honors.
All right.
So again,
So Lalanio, my last episode, kind of taught me how to. Oh, it's working.
oh, there you go. And I
There
always
we go.
get.
And we're here. We are popped. Okay. So what is next?
Okay, so what you're going to do is you're just going to grab your glass there, and you're going to tilt it so it goes in, and
Okay.
make sure the bubbles go down, and you could do that for both, and
Okay,
then
well,
we'll have
I'm
a
gonna
little
pour
toast.
yours first
Okay,
because
that's
you are
fine.
a lady.
Fabulous.
So we're gonna do that first
Yes.
because I feel like that is appropriate.
That's wonderful. Oh, it looks wonderful.
I
Thank
feel
you.
so formal doing this.
I know, isn't this wonderful?
This is great.
That's great. Thank you.
I'm gonna pour you some more.
Oh, I
That's
love it.
probably not the
That is
formal
wonderful.
amount, but
No,
it's my formal
It's
amount
it's
of a
perfect.
champagne glass.
It's perfect.
So for teas, like you were saying,
Mm-hmm.
eating, drinking, so no glasses. I also saw that you can't drink tea after 3 p.m. Is that correct? Or there's rules on that as well?
A lot of people will go forth and say that they're having a high tea. And there's certain times that tea is taken, and
Yes.
again, this is coming from the British. It's different here in the United States, so again,
Yes, a high tea
just-
would mean like a Colorado, Denver high tea, and that's not what a high tea is.
Exactly, and you know what? So that's exactly what we will not be doing. But again,
Yes.
what you want to do is, over in the United States, if you're having, just call it a tea.
Okay.
And that way, I'm having tea. And this is now becoming huge with businesses to do an afternoon tea rather than a luncheon or a dinner. So a lot of the businesses over here are adopting
like
that, and
that.
it's so much fun.
No, yeah, I like that because who wants to eat in front of business associates
Oh,
and
yes.
everybody? So we can keep talking, but
Yes,
I'm
but
I'm
with
gonna-
that, we're going to come in.
Cheers.
Yes, we are.
Cheers.
And we are going to toast to your invitation showing up before
yes.
the wedding.
The post
And-
office getting it together.
Exactly, and that you attending and then coming
Yes.
back and telling me
Exactly.
what everything that
I
went
mean,
on.
I'm sure I'll get a +1.
I'm
so
sure.
Who else?
All right,
All right,
here we
cheers.
go. Oh, it's sweet. It is
Oh, it
so
is
good,
sweet. It
isn't
is
it?
very
It's like
good.
woo, but it is good.
All right, well, I could talk to you all day, Karen.
Yes.
Thank you so much for stopping by Pop
Yes.
Talk and hanging out in the lounge today. You can check out Karen on her website, ctetiquette.com. Is that
Yes,
correct?
yes.
So you can check her out online. She's got a lot of great info on there. And I'm so glad to have the Connecticut etiquette expert here. That's all the time we have for today. So we'll see you next time right here on Pop Talk.